Benar. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Trey Ferg, the player coach, ladies and gentlemen. Just want to thank you all for coming out today. It's been a lot of crazy conversations going around in YouTube today, and I just wanted to jump in and sort of take our minds off of the craziness that we have been encountering today. It's a lot of wild conversations again going on, and hopefully people can work it out, whatever situation that they're in. Also, there's some good content going on right now all over YouTube, Black Men Unfiltered with my brother Art Payne over there, Easy Bands. Again, got his thing going on over there. I don't know who else is online. I don't know. I think I saw Miss DD. Just salute to all of y'all, man. It's summertime. Hopefully we can iron these little things out before we go into our next phase of, just being, adults. Hopefully we can take these opportunities as learning mechanisms for the future. Definitely to not make the same mistakes that we may claim our ancestors or our family members, parents made. So hopefully, at this point in time, we can start seeing the good side of it and how it can definitely work for yourselves if you just apply certain tools and certain things that you are required to gain. Nobody can have the right answer for you but yourself. But I will assure you, you must be willing to accept where you may fall short, build on those things, and allow yourself some grace and give yourself an opportunity to grow to a better space. I think, like I said, this is a gray area of our time, of our culture, so say. I don't know what our culture is. I wish we didn't have to go about our culture because our culture has been tainted. It's been tainted. We're all seem to be drinking out of the same cesspool and looking for somebody else to change the formula for the water to get better. But we all are, trying to find our way. So it's enough of that. I came up with a nice little show because part of us being here in America is being able to accomplish certain things in our lives, whether it's landing that job we've always wanted, whether we just wanted to just gain some property, see your family come out of bad situations as far as socially and emotionally, see if your family could come back together and be that foundation that it was once part of our culture. I think the wrong, the wrong social sort of categories run our culture. Entertainment and sports run our culture, and gossip. Entertainment, sports, and gossip. We in the top one in all three categories. As people, we do a lot of talking. I do a lot of talking myself. I don't expect everyone to listen, which is fine. I take from everyone else the good and the bad. I dismiss it like it's never a part of my life. So, but everybody has to make a choice in their own life, So today, I'm just going through some videos and just, wanting to understand how, our financial situations within our community really affect us long term. Ran across this animated video. You can see it from the title, The American Dream was the title on the thumbnail, and then you see in the studio, I've added a few more words. Not the American dream. Not what is your American dream? Is it owning property? Is it possessions of material things? Is it peace of mind? Is it, not just owning a home, but owning some land? brand, you can say on the brand. Everybody owns their own brand. Your brand is your name. Your brand is your character. Your brand is your representation to the world. That's your brand. So yes, everyone owns your brand. It's just how you represent your brand will make a big difference on how you're able to navigate throughout the world. Again, my topic, when I thought about it, I'm like, man, I really need to sit down and focus on something that could really affect a lot of us here in America, in this space. And I see regardless of who do you think it has the best strategy to implement that information, you can make your choice. I believe everyone has basically opportunities to make those decisions for themselves. I would hope that, at some point, once you obtain all the information, you just move in a better light, move in a better direction, mark your steps lightly, absorb as much as you can regarding the information. And today, with that, in watching the video, and I'm just going to go critique this video and walk through it. I think it's about a 30-minute video, so I'll probably spend about an hour on it and stopping it and starting it as the video goes. Hopefully you all be able to hear it. If you are a young adult and you say you want to own some property, I'm going to talk about that today, just specifically in owning a home, and you want to go about the process by yourself, it's very important to understand certain nuances and certain techniques and certain strategies that you must know. But also there are certain strategies that the mortgage companies know, the financial institutions know, to keep you from really having an opportunity to gain that financial wealth. However, the more you know and the more information you can obtain could really benefit you and your family. So I'm going to show this video. I'm going to get right into it now. Again, if you come in, please hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferg, the Player Coach. Again, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Just hit the like button for me, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the share button, ladies and gentlemen. Just hit the share button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the subscribe button to Trey Ferg, the Player Coach, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we're going to get right into the video. Let me get out of here. And I'm going to start by showing a short video of the American Nightmare. Again, hopefully you all can see me. Hopefully you all can hear me also. I'm just making myself a little bit more visual. So yeah, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to adjust myself a little bit so I can get my video in here. Let's see. And I thought that this would be great in demonstrating the information instead of me just trying to talk about it. So there we go. You see how I'm set up here. Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Trey Ferg, the Player Coach, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to be going over this animated video, critiquing it and sort of highlighting certain aspects of it, just so we can get a better understanding of what we're up against here in America, as we all chase that so-called American dream of owning property and having large bank accounts and a lot of material things. I do believe that, without certain pockets of information. It can be very detrimental to your understanding of that process. Again, this video, I'm going to definitely, you can see I have fair use here, copyright laws. I'm going to abide by those copyright laws to the best of my ability. It's not about trying to, highlight the negative of any company, any organization, but just to inform the people of specifics about owning property and the entire process, not just from the purchase of the home, just the longevity of the home. And it's important to really stay in front of the pitfalls of property ownership and home ownership. It's very important that you understand certain nuances about it. So again, I'm just gonna play a video here, and hopefully y'all can hear it. So this is so the beginning starts with a young man. He's happy about purchasing his first home, or he's in the process of purchasing his first home. If again you see it's a single young man, young, preferably this should be the time when most of us are able to start looking into creating that generational process, hopefully to obtain wealth and have a stable environment for our children to grow and our families to come to and celebrate certain, levels of life, or just certain acknowledgments of our family members' birthdays, graduating high school, college, all of those things. So I think owning a home is very important in that process. But again, the video is going to be very interesting. I watched some of it, not all of it. So if I get to a place where I don't understand, I'll just stop it and try to explain it. So as you can see, he found a house he liked. Now he's got approved for it because he has to get an approval from the mortgage lender or your bank. You get a pre-approval letter that you send to the people that own the home, or institution or bank, whoever owns the home. You get approved for a certain amount that the home is for sale for, and you present that, which is called making an offer through your real estate agent, or if someone owns their home outright, you can go directly through them. If you don't want to provide any real estate fees, depending on the price of your home, can be well into the double digits. So it's very important to understand that if someone owns their home, they can sell it outright, right out from up under themselves, or they can choose to get a real estate agent. If they don't own it and it's still under a mortgage per se, then it's best to go through a real estate agent to alleviate a lot of the hassles, because before the seller would obtain any profits, if there is to be any, all of that money has to be allocated out to those other parties before the seller would obtain any funds. So here he is, he's signing his name. He's going on the 30-year lease like most of us. He's going into it. He's doing it. So here we are.
The American dream. There's a reason we call it a dream. Who's there? Cock-a-doodle-doo, pal. No.
Why did all of a sudden the police show up and he has a foreclosure? Several possibilities. When you run into financial difficulties, the home lender, the mortgage lender, the bank, that's not their problem. They're not there to babysit you through this process. they're going to do exactly what you promise to do. They promise to foreclose on your home, which means basically take it back if you can't meet your obligations, your financial obligations to the mortgage. Then you can be sleeping at night, and once that time hits, that 90 days, 6 months period hit, then you could also be faced with this. You could also be faced with this, which could really be an issue, especially if you have children. You've accumulated a lot of material things. So you have to be very careful. When you do purchase a home, and you have to be very, very diligent to ensure that you stay within a comfortable budget to where you can actually pay your mortgage, pay your other amenities of life, your utilities. If you have a car note, if you have 2 car notes, if your children going to private school, if you have a large college debt, if you have large credit card debt, all of those things are a factor in how you are able to sort of navigate a homeowner process, because the credit score is very important for you to even obtain these types of opportunities in your life, especially as the older you get. You know, I understand when we're young, we all like to spend money. We get it. It's burning in our hand, and we want to spend it and put it out there, and buy some more materials, things, cars, clothes. We all probably got too many clothes in our closet. We struggle with living the minimal life. I don't know where that comes from. I think it's just something that was passed down as our culture evolved and sort of blended with the so-called American culture, which really puts a stain on our culture, period. Just my opinion now. I can't say it's everybody else's, but I've done everything America has said there's an opportunity to do, pretty much. So, but am I in a better position than most? Maybe so. But I, like them, want to be in a better position in my own life, considering all the hard work that I've put in to protect America and build part of America, and reach back to help those that are less fortunate. However, I do understand my responsibilities to myself and my family. And most of us, like myself, we may not see this and understand this at age 20, 21. And I grew up in a home with 2 parents. However, my parents didn't talk to me about the future of my financial awareness. This is something I had to learn along the way. And I don't think that their parents taught them the future of financial stability. I believe my grandfather understood it, my mother's father, because he had property and he grandfathered that property, so it can never be sold out of the family. So I think he understood that. But as far as my mom, she understood it. My dad, he didn't understand it. He didn't understand it. My daddy would get money and would burn through his hands. But we always lived in a home. But looking back, my mother took care of a lot of it. And as I grew into a young man, I thought about buying a home, but I was very picky about the locations where I was at the time. Like, I didn't want to commit to just any state. And then as I got older, wanted to probably get closer to home and family and my parents and stuff. I don't know. Even though I probably could have sold it, but I just was more focused on just a small package. Myself, my clothes, my car, things like that. Little furniture, stuff that I could give away and purchase some new items if I had to. I've done that a few times. A lot of material stuff really wasn't important to me because I looked at it like, okay, I can get it again. And for the most part, I lived by that. You know, if I couldn't afford it, then I wouldn't go buy it. I wasn't going to not be able to take money out of one pocket and put it in another. It's not how I operate. And believe me, my life was pretty good. I was able to travel.
It's 21 hours.
I had my own places, pay my own bills. Sometimes people took me out to dinner. Sometimes I took other people out to dinner. You know, went to the gym or just worked out outside. You know, rode a bike, played basketball, did some jogging. You know, push-ups. Push-ups was always my big thing. Really quick, just to go into this. When I was 2012 was the last time I was in a push-up competition. I was in a push-up competition at an all-male school. All male school. 9 through 12. And I dressed up to the nines, my shirt, my tie, my vest, my slacks, my hard-bottom shoes. Did more push-ups than any of the seniors or the juniors, anybody in the school, in one setting. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this: they could not do 50. They could not do 50. I was doing 50 push-ups at age 14. Probably 13. But I was doing a lot of push-ups. By high school, I could do 100 nonstop. But that's just me being young. Now I'm old and gray. If you can get 50 push-ups out of me today, then you're going to have to pay me. Pay me big dollars just to do 50. And then you might see me do 50. So back to the video again. We had a home, and I could do push-ups in the basement of my home. I could work out with my weight bench in the basement of my home. We had a washer and dryer in the basement of our home. We used to have parties in our home, in our basement. Because I had other siblings, and once we got to high school, they would have birthday parties, and there'd be 200 kids, teenagers running around. And wasn't nobody getting out of hand. Wasn't nobody being disrespectful. Because my daddy was there. He was going to disrespect everybody. So, different time, which I agree. So shout out to the single mothers of that time because y'all did your fucking thing. And now back to the video. So you see, the police have already claimed to the home because he's gone months without paying, even though he's been living in the home, nice and comfortable, running up all the air, running up all the electricity. So here we are. This is the crossroads. You see how the tape is crossed? Yeah, you at the crossroads.
Oh no! I don't have any more money! My job sucks right now! Please! I'll have more money next month! You can't take my house!
Is that your signature?
Oh, okay, well, just tell me what's something out, okay? I'm gonna say I'm a credit guy, right? Wait! It's in here! Don't take my dream! How did this happen?
Here we go. How did it happen? You didn't make your payments. You didn't make your payments. They're hoping and banking on the fact that you may not make your payments. So when you jumping from job to job, pay cycles get off balance. When you're going every Friday night, drinking up $150 of your money that could possibly go to your necessities, your home, your food. We are out turning up. Oh, did you know the latest Jordans came out? I got two pair. Did you know that the latest video game came out? Man, I had to get that. I had to get that. All the time. That generational wealth that could be building up. It's just been spread around like grass seeds. Take that back. Like grass killer. The weed eater. The weed spreading. That's how you spreading it. So again, Again, although this is an animation, telling a tale, predicament that you put yourself in. If you do not follow certain stipulations in that contract, once you sign your name on that contract, then you are obligated for everything within that contract. Believe me, just like in this video, nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. Take their time and say, oh well, we'll give you some more time. They've already given you enough time. They're looking to turn this property over to a new buyer, and hopefully they'll miss their payment. We have two people $2,000. So that's $4,000 we can get, and you're paying for something. Just like a car being repossessed. A home is a repossessed. That's a foreclosure, and you still responsible. Hopefully you understand that. You do a quick sale or something like that, to get out any liens on the home you pay for. You may walk away with $200, which is, again, you're clear of it. If you walk away in a negative, then you have to pay that. So you have to pay for property at a rate that you still don't even have the property. So just be careful. So now here comes the help.
Hardman? Is that you?
Been a long time since the fourth grade.
Is that a time machine?
There's no need to concern yourself with my stunning accomplishments. Best get in. There's not much time.
I gotta go down and get my life back. Thanks for everything.
Whoa, back gonna help you now. Tell him the truth. Set the balls, put them on. You're gonna need.
You're gonna get my truth?
No, you. I'm here to shoot.
And you see, help arrive. Sometimes we don't get the help. Or the help may be right in our face, but we don't take the time to navigate through it. This is where I think a lot of people get lost or just get frustrated at, because they refuse to take the time to go through the process. Because again, there are certain situations where you can seek the help that you need to alleviate that whole financial burden. Because again, we buy homes, and when you purchase a home, the expectation is you will be in this home for the next 30 years. So if you sell it then, or go into foreclosure, which is almost like a bad hit on your credit, then you can really find yourself in a financial bind that you really can't get out of. So again, we're just going to continue on with the video. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach. Hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach, ladies and gentlemen. So continue with the video.
Submitted for your approval. 1. First National Bank. What is a bank, you ask? A curious place where both space, time, and irony exist. And yet, don't.
Are you gonna be doing that the whole time?
Pay attention. Exhibit A. Those who have come to deposit and safely store their earned monies. Exhibit B. Those who need to borrow said money for purposes unknown.
Hey!
Now you see that? That's two lines. One line for people who deposit the money, and that was a real short line. Now the people coming to borrow money, think about it. They were standing outside the door. So every day there's another couple, another individual. And just based off this so far, it's a lot of individuals. So if we can get if we can get each person to buy a home, or want to buy a home, then that's more money than two people being together to purchase a home with one payment. See, that would benefit the family. But as far as the individual, that benefits the bank. Two people working together benefits the family. An individual benefits the bank, because if you get ill, you get sick, for some reason you can't work, you get fired, The mortgage company or the bank, they don't care about that. You better have my $2,000, $2,500 a month. And now, just over the last 3 or 4 years, they are building less houses. Less and less properties are being built. So if you have a smaller number of supply and you have a larger number of people requesting the supply that is in low quantity, then you're going to pay higher prices for this low quantity. You're going to pay higher prices for it because supply and demand. So the mortgage companies figured this out over the last 3 or 4 years. Since COVID, the supply of homes, available homes, are very low. However, there's millions of people seeking to find a home every year. And then, depending on where you live at, there is not enough supply to go around. So, someone new in this line here, with their eyes bulging to get their first home, they're going to go and pay for that same home that you went into foreclosure with. And with that same home, the interest rates done gone up. So now instead of paying $260,000 for the home, you're going to pay $300,000 for the home. So your payments are going up. The bank is still making money off the new person and you, the one who's been foreclosed on. You're going to have to pay a penalty. So it's like doubling up right in front of your face. But this is possible as long as individuals continue to go out and purchase homes. So yeah, you can run into it. I want to get my home, get your home, but you better be sure of the work, the employment world. You better be sure about it. You better make sure you have that skill set and the certified skill set for those employers to obtain you. Because without that, you're just an employee. And they're taking power away from the employee. So the cycle will continue. You 15 years on the job, 20 years on the job, about to retire, all of a sudden they're cutting back and you're the first to go. But you had this mortgage for 30 years and you still have it enough for another 15 years. So the cycle continues. However, on the flip side, it's unfortunate that most of us want to avoid this in our life. If you have a solid partner, well, don't let me say partner. You can have a partner because some people, I've seen some people purchase a house without being married, but I've also seen about 95% of those same individuals who purchased a house without being married end up splitting, and now they sell the home, and both of them are out of a place to stay. So if you want to wait, that's an option. If you want to get married, I guarantee you, if you and your spouse or a loved one can purchase a home on the budgets that you have today, you lock yourself into those rates, and as rates increase, you're still paying the same mortgage amount. However, as your employment rate increases, you get your promotions, you get that's extra money in your pocket. That's nothing off the top. It's all coming into your pocket. And you continue to make your payments, and over time, from year to year, as interest goes up and property rates go up every year. I've sort of followed it besides the mortgage collapse a few years ago, but the banks and the government bailed them out. Property, the value of property goes up every year, whether it's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. All of that's equity. So if you start out buying a home, let's just say you're 25, 30, I'll say 35. And you continue to make your payments every year with the equity going up. Guess what? 25, 30 years down the road, you got $30,000, $40,000 worth of equity in your home. So you can pull that money out for children's college, make some updates to your home, And it's a great time to ensure that all of your overhead expenses are alleviated. But you can also do that every year doing taxes. You know, you purchase something major. A lot of them give you a year, 18 months to pay it off. Then when you get those taxes, you just pay it off along. Well, you're going to make payments throughout the process, at least the minimum payments. You get those major lump sums of money, you pay those things off. Even if you don't pay them off, you can pay them down. But see, a lot of times when you pay stuff off, depending on what it is, your credit score lowers. But it's not a bad thing that it lowers. It's just that the trick is the longer they can keep making payments, the longer they can keep making money off of you. So when all of this is reported, they understand your financial sheet. They're going to be like, oh, he paid it off. So now we'll lower his credit score 5 points, 10 points. You're like, hold up. I alleviated the bill. Yes. Because you in America, that alleviation of your overhead does not help the country. As long as there's overhead, then you help the country. They can tax your dollar. So they can use your money in the bank to allow others to obtain a mortgage. So here we are. We at the bank. He's trying to get his own back.
That's me!
Ergo, Exhibit C. The bank only has so much money in the vault to lend out to people such as you.
Hey, that's the guy! He took my house!
Really stealing my vibe here, pal. Space-time continues. He can't. Just narrate. Now, where was I?
So you see, by the time he got to you, pile, his bank was out of money.
But he gave me lots of money and charged me a lot of interest.
Yes. That's the only way banks make money, by making debt loans. Debt is money pile. Remember that. Debt equals money. The more loans they make, the more money they make.
But if they don't have any money, where did my money come from?
You're gonna take a step back.
Whoa! No way!
Yes way. And that's nothing.
Hey, buddy, need some money? Do that.
Oh, they did exactly that. Remember, banks make money getting loans by selling debt even to bad credit.
Y'all see that? Did you hear that? The bank makes money off of even lending money to people with bad credit. Because when you have bad credit, the interest rates are higher. The loan money to the purchaser, that's house money. That's considered money that you placed in the bank, or you, me, and everyone else is placed in the bank. So they're going to play house money with that. They can loan you that. Now the interest is where the bank is going to double up. The bank is going to reap those funds, and they can do it over and over and over again. But here we are. Just like the video, we get ourselves in these situations, then we partying it up. They have been upside down, drinking that looks like a keg of beer at a frat party, upside down. And the fact that you would let somebody hold you upside down drinking alcohol, you're a fool. You're a fool. You're the fool of the entire group. Not to mention that you can probably get alcohol poisoning in your brain and pass out or die. Excuse me. Or delete yourself. But your friends who held you upside down participated in it. I wouldn't recommend this for anybody. But if you choose to do it, yeah, you get what you deserve. So even this image is just bad taste for me because I was in college. And I wasn't going to let anybody tell me what to do. Especially make a fool of myself. And so I don't care who you are. You don't do that shit. But back to the video.
Yo, have some money, dude. Just sign here. Oh my God!
Now look again. He came to the guy who just been drinking upside down. The guy signed his name. He didn't read the contract. Most of us don't. But it would behoove you to read the contract once you sign and close on a home. That's why they schedule them for like 3 or 4 hours. Even though you already got it in your mind what you can do, how you can afford it. It sounds good when you first get that mortgage, but then when those property taxes kick in the next year, again, it seems like the property tax go up each year too. Whether it's $50, $25, $100, $200, property tax go up, so the value of your home goes up too. It's sort of playing cat and mouse, really. So it gets you in a bind once your property tax is higher than the value of your home. Once all of that's calculated together, I may not be 100% correct, but if your home, sometimes, let me see, there's been times like collapse of the home values were increasing, but taxes were going up. So once they outweigh one outweigh the other, then you get a collapse. Nobody's making money. Nobody can even purchase a home. So here we are. Someone else has signed on the same loan. And we'll see what that leads to. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it's Trey Ferguson, Player Coach. Hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, Player Coach. Ladies and gentlemen. So we're here. We're going to let the video play.
They call it free money.
Yeah, that's exactly what my loan guy told me. Free money.
But it ain't free. The worst part is offering money to people who don't even need it. People power like you.
You're right. I didn't need him. I was happy here. I didn't need it. Why is he saying he's making all that money?
Thinking. Now wait for it. Bingo. See the bag is everywhere time. But to make more money, they have to roll even more.
More? How much do you need?
More.
What's that?
Behold, a black horse riding. Credit card.
Look, I mean, it's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. What now?
Now, power with all this money. We might as well take.
You see that? The setup game. A lot of these banks own the credit card companies too. So once you come in affiliation with these mortgage companies, hey, you want some credit? We give you some credit cards too, because now you have good credit. You've been making your house payments. You borrowed from us, so now you're in good standing. You start getting all these credit card opportunities. Since college, 95% of the credit card opportunities I got, I just throw them away. I just shred them, throw them away. Make sure my name ain't on it, shred it up. All of that other information, I wouldn't read it. I would just throw it away. I knew I didn't want to have a lot of credit cards. Technically, you only really need 2. A Visa, but just with a Visa, you know what I'm saying, it's universal for the most part. An American Express. The unique thing about American Express, you want to sort of pay it off as soon as you get a bill. Both of them you want to pay off as soon as you get a bill and keep it within your budget. American Express, you don't want to be using that to go and party around and take people on dates, stuff like that. Unless you have the funds to pay it off, maybe the next couple of days or so to pay the entire deal off. But if you're traveling, American Express is a good source to have. A couple of thousand, maybe $2,000 or $3,000 on the American Express. Probably be able to get you to move around. Purchase tickets, flight, plane tickets. You know, but if you have a Visa, MasterCharge, I think those are the major three as far as, you know, traveling. You can use a Discover card, stuff like that, but it's the preference. At some point, it all becomes a preference. You know, now they got these hotel credit cards. You use a hotel credit card, you accumulate points, and you can stay at their chain or brand of hotels, stuff like that. Accumulate points, win free nights. But you got to spend about 6 nights to get a free night. So you're gonna give them 1,000, they're gonna give you 200, pretty much, because a room is average about 200, 250 a night, and that's nothing fancy. That's just a room with a bathroom. I've been in some pretty decent hotels lately because they've started to bring back a little kitchenette, a kitchen area, a little microwave, little kitchen, you know, little stove top, dishes, refrigerator, stuff like that. I like stuff like that. Now those I get fairly frequently whenever I travel. You know, but I don't need no $500-600 hotel. I don't need that. That's a waste of my time. You know, but other people, they may spend their money. And hey, I've always understood my level of how much I wanted to spend. And looking back, I stayed in some very nice places. You know, but I've also never been afraid to stay in those places where my people stay. Never had any incidents either, just by the way. So again, he's got his credit cards, now he's out, party, running up the credit. Look at that. Got all that credit and money in his hand. He's out there high rolling. See, that's that other side. You know, that's where we get caught up at now. I gotta go get me some clothes. I gotta hang. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to South Beach. I'm traveling, doing all these things on my credit. Again, understand those bills do come due. And sometimes they may accumulate at the same time as your mortgage. So it's all due at the same time every month. And if you can't afford it, a lot of times you get yourself in a situation. So again, go on, roll, be a high roller. Just understand the first of the month is coming. We're already in the first of the month. Well, we're a few days into the month. Some of us have already gambled our money away for the entire month. Now you know what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend the next 3 or 4 weeks just see if I can bum the money, beg it. Hey man, could you loan me? I'll pay you back. Hey man, hey brother, hey sister, hey cousin, hey friend. Me, I've always been able to live within my means as I was young. And if I couldn't purchase it myself, it wasn't for me to have. But when I was able to do that, I just moved accordingly. If someone else wasn't ready to move when I was ready to move, that was them. So I'm gonna play the video now. He's out playing cricket.
Oh, this is awesome! I needed to get my head clear. When I get back, I'm gonna straighten all this out. I just hope Dream is doing okay.
I'm going to get you, my pretty.
Yep, he is. I'm sure he is.
You put it on his tab. Little something said.
Look at that. Hanging out with our friends. Hanging out with so-called friends. Put it on his tab. Ordering food. Going going out to the beach, hanging out, drinking Mai Tais and lattes. He thought about his dog for a little bit. But again, that one nemesis in your life will continue to push you further and further away from your dream, of your goal, because one, they don't care about your major accomplishment. They want to see you right there with him, wasting time, wasting money. It's not his money, it's your money. So everything is cool, man. We cool, my man. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You can come and stay with me. To about 30 days in. Hey, man, you got that rent? Hey man, you got that? Man, you can't be living here for free. So you better be careful of who your friends are. You better be careful. So again, put it on his tab.
You know, wait a second, Hartman. I just thought of something. If I got this money from the bank, and the bank got it from the Federal Reserve dump trucks, then where does the Federal Reserve get their money?
Real nice time, real. Now, excuse me while I blow.
Say, Hartman, what?
Now you see how he just avoided the question, but now he's showing them on the sneaky tip. So I thought that was unique.
Am I wearing a burglar bikini top?
Because no one is allowed inside the Fed. Not you, not me, no American citizen, no duly elected member of our Congress, not the Supreme Court.
Not the Supreme Court?
Not the Supreme Court, not the Justice Department.
So nobody's allowed to the Fed's vault. None of these parties that we running around behind listening to the rhetoric about the country and the war and financial state of America. As he said, they're not allowed into it, but somebody has the key to continue to stay ahead of the American people. I would hate to think that the American citizens, with as many white people and black people in America, that we're not smart enough to understand the dynamic. I would hate to think that. So again, nobody's allowed inside. It would prefer somebody's inside so they can understand how to divvy out the crumbs that they give to the people. So again, they're trying to find out what the process is. We'll continue.
Not the CIA, DIA, FBI, ATF, ENC, not even GOD.
How come the government isn't allowed inside its own building?
Government? The Fed is a private bank owned by private stockholders. Do not let the name Federal fool you. This place is about as federal as Federal Express.
A private bank? Private?
Best to keep your voice down.
This is Ethan, Federal Reserve.
Hey, Bill here. First National.
Hi there, Bill. How are you?
Good. You're running a little low on money.
No problem. How much you need?
Oh, how does 20 million sound? What?
Excellent. We'll ship it over first thing tomorrow.
Wait. He can just call up the Fed and ask for more money and whatever they want?
No. The Fed don't give the banks money. The Fed loans the banks money. The banks have to pay it back with interest. Come on. Time to go.
See that? Very simple concept. The money comes from the Feds, who are in themselves privately owned banking institution. So there's a small number. And I would think that it'd probably be the 1% that we talk about on most of the wealth. They loan it to the banks. Well, technically, it's a government entity because the government prints the money. And the funny thing about that is it's always enough money for those entities to get their $18-20 million yearly. That 1%. And the rest on the bottom, the over 200 something million of us are going through this process trying to purchase our so-called American dream. Not. So again, he's showing us a little animated inside story on how the process works.
Wait. I still don't understand. Where does the Fed get their money? I mean, if they're a private bank. You said they're a private bank, right? Okay, so who puts money with the Fed bank?
This is Mel, United States Mint.
I am First National needs another 20 millions.
We're already running the presses full steam here, Ethan.
Gotta keep making loans, gotta keep the money flowing.
All right, you're the Fed. Whatever you guys say. 20 million more by morning.
But I don't get it. What's so wrong about the Fed printing money?
Because it's unconstitutional. Our treasury is supposed to create our money, but now the Fed controls the printing of America's money. Nobody gets a friggin' dollar. And the Fed didn't print. So they print the money, and then they loan it to the government. Then they charge the government interest, and then the government taxes you to pay for it. Wake up! God! Let's see what the...
Just like I said, the Fed's printing the money to ensure that they continue their $18 million annually. Sell it to the banks. Banks charge interest on you. Sell it to the government taxes you. So you're getting taxed first. Because think about it, you go to work, you get money, you purchase items, you're getting taxed. Everything you purchase in America, there's a tax on it. So you're getting taxed by the government first to pay back the loan the money that they printed, that they asked the feds to print. And then when you go through the mortgage company is taxing you also, charging you interest, taking more money. Just excuse me, I got my dog in here. She's active right now. And in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson Player Coach. Hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson Player Coach, ladies and gentlemen. And you know, again, this is just part of the process of living in America. It's just part of it. You know, nobody can really get around it if you're looking to own a home. However, you need to ensure that you have the financial means to sustain your mortgage, to ensure that you are living within a budget, because they're banking on you to go into this process as an individual. Not as a married couple. Or with your partner, per se. The new words that are coming out, everybody's partner. So at some point, I believe everybody's going to have to make a deal with somebody so you can alleviate this financial stress. But both parties have to go into it with pure of heart. You have to be pure about it. Can't go into it trying to scheme and scam, because again, the feds, they always come out of you when their money's involved. There's nowhere a man of color can hide when there's money involved. They will find you. You will pop up somewhere. So, again, this is part of the American dream. Not. So, owning a home should be one of the most important accomplishments in your life. However, it could be one of the most stressful situations in your life. So, again, back to the video.
The big deal is...
You know, you're right, pal.
Wait a minute. Wait, I am?
Yeah. I forget how effective they are at keeping you ignorant.
Well, that's okay. Hey, I'm not ignorant.
Do you even know what money is, pal? In the long ago, people bought. They traded things they had for things they wanted. I'll trade you my raspberries for that there pot pie.
I don't want your berries.
Sweet berries.
They're not sweet. They're old. I don't like berries. No. As you see, modern situation created some problems. Then one goes stuff and says, now everybody thinks gold is valuable, so why doesn't everybody trade gold for things they need?
The price was set for gold, and now it was very easy to conduct commerce because people go for all that they need.
Wow. Wow, this candy is really a good price. What? I owe you. I'm getting over later. Hey, Wait a minute, it was just one IOU. 10 IOU for chocolate? You can't just raise prices like that. Oh, the Candyman gang. Oh, wait, that is just getting wrong. Please. Make sure IOUs were less till they are nothing less fast.
You hear that? Yeah. I owe you. See how the inflation increases. And even today, our money is worth less and less. You see that within the American dollar being worth less and less. So you're going to need more to make the same purchases you were going to make just 4 years ago. You're going to need about $10,000 more to live within the same. Means that you were living in just 4 years ago. In my experience of being an American citizen, nothing within America is by accident. Almost everything is calculated years in advance. Nothing is by accident in America. So this is just part of the process. I think, as we get older and we move into our, next millennium, I think it's going to be important for the average citizen to really dive into their rights within certain purchases, especially major purchases, rights within just how to live within the society. Because on one end, it seems to be getting worse. But on the other spectrum, life is continuing as it has always. People are still making more money off of the people who are trying to call the so-called people trying to build America. The ones who always got their hand in the mud, hand in the dirt, try to build. Those are the ones that are suffering. And those who sit up on their high seats, eating grapes and pineapples, those are the ones that are reaping the benefit. And everything else between those two spaces is just creating murky waters. So people on the bottom can't see what's on the top. However, the people on the top can definitely see what's going on the bottom. And each time they find a different avenue to sort of continue the cycle, then they take it and they present it to you because they know you have no power with that as long as you have vested, so-called vested interests in their banks and need for money. So it's a very tricky situation.
Dollar ain't what it used to be. But I worked hard and I baked all those pot pies. Now I have to work harder to make less? That's not fair.
Oh, if you think that's not fair, you're gonna love the next pie.
What's he doing?
How do banks make money, pie?
By making more loans?
Oh, that's right. He's good. See, he prints more IOUs without any more gold. Loans them out for interest, makes a pretty penny. And nobody is the wiser. Unless everybody wanted to go bank at the same time.
No. That's Michael.
Anymore.
What are you talking about?
I'd like to redeem my IOU, please. Thank you very much. Gotta love the background. Bringing people together. See that all the steelers made a run of bank and demanded control. As you can see, they ain't no gold to get. Herman! Don't worry. Back at these vengeance. Freedom never mess. Never mess. Yes. Oh, we hung out. Because he was a thief? Because I did all the nation. Good or evil?
See, this part right here. So this I believe embellished to be greater than what it is. However, the illustration, I think is spot on because we've created this atomic energy, and they have strategically placed these plants throughout the country. And those plants are very powerful. Could basically wipe off probably 2/3 of the United States if needed. Because those forces, say if you have one from East Coast, Midwest, Mountain Time, West Coast, if you have 4, 5, 6 of those placed throughout the country, the force from all of those could devastate miles and miles of farmland, towns, people. We saw the ramifications of it during our World War with Japan. However, that was in an infant stage. That was when they first started to come up with the so-called technology to create something like that. We're 60, 70 years past that. Has a technology advanced? Technology advanced? Do you believe our war technologies have advanced? I do. From the military I was in just in 1990 to the military that's today, it's a lot more advanced. For the most part, these arms hit their target, or land within 2 or 3 feet. It's pretty much hitting your target. And it's crazy because a lot of people are not hurt from the blast. They hurt from the shrapnel. All of that debris that's coming with that force at 200 miles an hour, smacking into you. It'll put holes in you. Small pieces of glass will feel like large, large bullets. You know, it'll go 2 or 3 inches, sometimes all the way through your skin. That's where majority of us are hurt from. It's not the blast so much. You know, the blast could harm you if you are close enough. Just like a firecracker, even though it doesn't have enough power and force, it still will harm you if it's in your hand. You know, I don't see it, deleting you or anything, but I can see it blowing a finger off. Now you take one firecracker and make it into maybe 50 billion. A firecracker big enough to damn near wipe out a whole mountain. Well, with the atomic bombs, shit. That shit can wipe out a whole city, damn near a whole state. So we've seen what it did in the infant state. That's why they sort of formed this little treaty, so we couldn't have too many of those factories running around here in the world. Because even in America, they're strategically placed. They're not going to tell you unless you just happen to find out. And you can go to any state and look up where they're located. You'll notice a lot of the big towers that you saw there. And it's going to have top security around it. You can just be able to walk up to the gate and say, I want to come check it out. No. Without clearance, you don't even get close. You may see all levels of security, cameras, fences, military, local police, state police, just to ensure that things run smoothly and nobody with evil intent could get any of that into their own hands. And I understand, America has them. A lot of these major countries have them. Even if they don't have them on the scale as America, they're still enough. See, America, they're gonna make it to, do a lot to 80, 100,000, maybe 200,000. Other places might have it to do 10,000, 5,000. But it's yet to be known. Because I don't think nobody is honest about what they have. You can't talk about not showing your hand to the world and then say you're showing your hand when you promote. You can't let the world see what you can't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. If you have the power to make things like that happen. Yeah. So, yeah. Again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God! This is an interesting video so far. I may be talking a lot, but it's an interesting video. So we have about 15 more minutes to go in the video. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson. Hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to continue with the video.
Unlike Einstein, the goldsmith's discovery has been kept a closely guarded secret. It was never intended for you to see. This discovery is called fractional reserve banking. In the wrong hands, it's more powerful than the nuclear bomb. Its ability to completely and utterly destroy a nation who is subjected to its aversion. No. It is time we stop this evil secret and the men behind it before America is destroyed forever. Even No. I just want my door back. Damn it. That's it. I give up. Live in chains. No. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots. Thomas Jefferson? Mr. President, how do I understand? As we, son, remain vigilant. Too many have true the truth and the light of our liberty with every passing day. Quickly, take my home. Show him. Wait. Show me what? Where we go? Rich bankermen from Germany flying under the banner of the Red Sea. They finance both sides of the war. We must hurry! That's it! The Red Shield courier! Shoot him! No!
Now, did y'all hear it? Jefferson said it's gonna be some bloodshed with patriots and tyrants. So again, the American people are the patriots. We're the patriots. We're the one that's supporting America. However, that means nothing. That means nothing. And then just like in the latter part of the video when it talked about entities that funded both sides of our battles. Fund both sides. Allegedly, America does that too. Allegedly. I don't know. Because America does play sides sometimes. So again, this gives a very good insight in an animated version. Hopefully You can understand a little bit about what they're saying. The subliminal messages that are being pushed forward even today, as you see it in this so-called modern day. Because now with AI can damn near pick your brain. AI is going to allow, again, a lot of these entities to stay light years ahead of us. And we're going to be on the bottom end arguing about it. But they're going to sit up on their high horse and continue to push the same narrative to you. At some point, I wouldn't put it past America saying we broke, we have no more money for people. But people are still going to live their same lifestyles. The government, I'm sure, would go to battle with other countries and support those that align with their same ideologies. But again, for those of us who live in America, have a dream of owning a home, these are a lot of the red flags and the pitfalls that you will find yourself in. If you don't understand the process, if you don't stay diligent, like was mentioned, diligent in ensuring that you live within a comfortable means until you're able to expand your financial gain. And you saw earlier where the guy took him out and had him at the casino spending all his money, unnecessarily drinking up all his money. And now he's fighting from behind the 8-ball to gain a lot of his retribution back. Just part of the process. And the sooner you can understand it or figure it out, the better off you'll be in your life. So again, continue with the video.
I'm not shooting anyone. Damn it, what? He beat everyone back with the news of the war. Told England that Napoleon won. The Red Seal bankers in London pretended that England was doomed and started selling their English stocks. The English went into a selling frenzy to get rid of worthless English money. But the English won, right? Of course they won. But it was a trick by Red Shield. They waited until the stocks plummeted to pennies and then bought England back for nearly nothing. What? Did it bad? How? When the English leaders found out, they had no choice but to give themselves over to the Red Shield. Their money was gone. They were slaves to the Red Shield war debt. Since that time, the English have been paying their national taxes directly to the Red Shield private bankers. The people have no idea. But the bankers brag about what they did to us, laughing at us all the way to the bank.
Why, it's the best business I've ever done. If I can control a nation's wealth, I cannot make its laws.
Oh, is this what Jefferson wanted to show? No. Look. They're in America, too? Red Shield banks are here. Seeking a way to conquer our American dream. A dream you have. A dream of free men. They tried to take over the country many times and failed because Jefferson and the Patriots vowed to stop tyrants at all costs. By authority of eternal God, he would not let the bankers win. To preserve our independence, we must not let our rulers load us with perpetual debt. We must make our choice between economy and liberty, or confusion and servitude. Wow. I place economy among the first and most important of Republican virtues. And public debt is the greatest of the dangers to be feared. It is incumbent on every generation to pay its debts as it goes.
We must have a central bank to secure the country's finances.
If the American people ever allow private banks to control the issue of their money, first by inflation and then by deflation, the banks and corporations that should grow up around them will deprive the people of their property until their children will wake up homeless on the very continent their fathers conquered.
Jefferson, you're mad. This country will have a central bank.
Who's that? America's first Secretary of Treasury. Alexander Campbell? Aaron Burr. Thomas Jefferson, Vice President. They didn't take too kind to our first Secretary of Treasury.
a lot of what he said, you know, I don't. You have to really probably understand the true I guess consequences of it. I'm sure you know some of what he said was so for the video, but you know the concept basically is what it is. There's always been conversations about how to manage this process and maneuver this process. And it was spoken earlier that if the banks gain this power, it can be a detriment to the future of the nation. And here we are. Banks having the power. Banks having the power. And I would think America at the time was trying to do something a little different from England. But the banks, instead of the money going to individuals, in a sense, the money's going to banks who was owned by individuals. And it seems like a great process because those banks could now lend money to other individuals on the lower end who was looking to borrow money and pay it back with interest. However, they just saw it they assumed they cut out a middleman, but they just added that bank as the middleman. And now those that are on the other side of the bank, they're going to get their $18 million a year annually. And you take 18 million, multiply that maybe by what? 10? You can't do nothing in your head. 20 years. So you got 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Same amount of money every year based off what you borrow. The interest that they're going to accumulate from you, one who was foreclosed. You're still trying to pay that. And that could affect you buying a home again in the future because some people may never get out of that debt. And the new buyer who's going to purchase it at a higher price because inflation is always kicked in. And everybody loses on the equity of the home. You start from ground zero to build the equity. And that's just the mortgage. Now you got to pay the property taxes. So if you don't pay the property taxes, a lot of times the lending companies try to predict what the property taxes is going to be and add that amount there. So if you can find a way to pay the property taxes yourself, then you will save some money through your mortgage. Because the mortgage company is going to go with the higher rates. Predicting. Then you're fighting them to get money back. So if you can work this out early, especially in the as soon as you purchase the home, understand that process, stay up on your tax laws, stay up on your taxes within your state. If you're a veteran, there are certain benefits that you are required, which could alleviate some financial stress. So it's totally up to you. Nobody's going to tell you how to go about that process. You have to do it yourself. And it's fairly easy. It's fairly easy. Just go to your treasurer. You know, it's open record. So you just have to be willing to do the work to save yourself some money. I've always been like that, so I'm gonna do my work every time. I'm not gonna go about what people say. Are there assumptions? Are they limited understanding of it? I'm gonna go straight to the source. I want to understand everything about the process. Everything. So again, just unique. About owning a home, some of the laws that were placed years ago, some of the things that were followed about being, citizens and being able to accumulate wealth and build financial stability through home ownership and property ownership. And these conversations were had in our Congress. And it's unique about Jefferson. We all know his history that he denied for years. So who's to say? And I believe everyone that was a part of that lineage should be compensated. Should be compensated because that was part of his family. And I'm sure that everyone had that same nose and lips got benefits from that. But those that look like me, I would love to see what their compensations were. because they are part of the family. It's a bloodline. So. Gonna continue on the video.
Sweet shot. The first attempt at the central bank only lasted 20 years and was shut down. But the bankers tried again against old Hickory President Andrew Jackson.
You are a den of vipers and thieves. I intend to rout you out, and by the eternal God, I will rout you out.
After surviving an assassination attempt, Jackson finally defeated the bank in 1836. When asked what was the greatest accomplishment in his life, old Hickory replied,
I killed the bank.
and those were his last words. I killed the bank. And with real money, real gold, our country experienced the greatest boom in any nation's history. Oh, it was beautiful. But the bank greedy for more power. What can their most ambitious plan yet once and for all take control of the finances of the United States. In 1910, a secret meeting was held at the J.P. Morgan estate on Jekyll Island off the coast of Georgia. This meeting was so secret, so concealed from government and public knowledge that the attendees used code names.
So again, the banks have seemingly always had the power. There's always been a few that really had that money that they could pull together and create enough money to outweigh the wealth of average citizens. J.P. Morgan. A lot of these guys, a lot of these long names of financial stability of institutions, they had enough money that they've accumulated and pooled together to basically become the bank. They're the man behind the bank. So when they get together in their little golf course events or they cruises or whatever at that time, wherever they was doing, eat their little dinners where they just continue to raise money to back their individual, whether it was doing a presidency or some type of office to push their agenda. And they would meet. And they would have these meetings, as you see is about to happen, and they would discuss how they're going to move forward as a group. And they continue to have the power because money trumps everything in America. There was no more slavery. You saw the Industrial Revolution where they were building the country back due to the revolution, not the Revolutionary War, excuse me, the Civil War, due to the World Wars, even though it wasn't on America, but they wanted to modernize the Americas. And they had the wealth to sort of push the agenda to what they wanted it to be. And for myself, what I've seen in America, the worst thing they could have ever done and worst thing they've done, which really doesn't, it appears today it doesn't carry a lot of weight, but I think it does if it changes. It could change the total dynamic of America to me if they start incorporating the African American male in that process. Train these young brothers. Train them. Allow them to start participating in building of their own neighborhoods. Give them the jobs to build their own neighborhoods. They will take more value in the communities that they live in. But again, this is just part of the process because a lot of people who are in homes today can't afford a mortgage. So they're going to rent. And renting meaning you're just spending money and not building anything. Whether you're in an apartment, it's a lot of apartments going up. More apartments pretty much in housing. It's going to get tight. It's going to be a modern day project. That's all it is. And there's no more rent for $50, $60, $100. Your rent is now $800, $900, $1,000, $1,500 for a 1 and 2 bedroom. So you're an average worker making $40,000, $50,000 a year, then this is what you're going to pay. The average salary for an American worker, per se, 20 years ago, 30 years ago was 31,000. The average salary today is 39. That's including every citizen, $39,000 a year. Subtract 20% of that for taxes. The rest is what you're going to live off of, what you're going to eat off of, what you're going to house yourself off of, what you're going to get your transportation off of. Everything else is a luxury. Your ass don't need to go out. You don't need to buy video games. You don't need to buy clothes. Those are luxury. You know, your cell phone, all those things are luxury. We would assume that they should be a part of normal life, especially everyday normal life. But however, those things still are luxury. Because you can get a house phone. You pay a little extra money and get your house phone with your internet. You don't need a cell phone. So, again, all of those things have to be calculated when you're looking to purchase a home. And you can see how the financial institutions continue to stay steps ahead. So if you are in that process of looking to purchase a home, ensure you do your research. So you ensure you do your due diligence before. So you don't put yourself in a financial bind where you are placed in foreclosure, your home is taken, your stability is taken, and you still have a financial overhead to dig yourself out of. Credit card debt. Be very careful on the credit card debt that you accumulate. Because with the market the way it is as far as jobs, it's wishy-washy. You are no longer a valued American citizen. You're just a citizen. You're not valued like you were. There are laws being placed to where now all of those minority benefits are going to be placed to anybody that's a minority. Anybody. So you have to really think about it. Don't be afraid to do your research. As much as we talk, we should do as much research. So again, a lot of y'all go to Chase right now. A lot of y'all got $5,000 in Chase, just sitting there. Well, it's sitting on the books, and it's probably some of it's loaned out. You know, so gotta be careful. I salute to my grandma. She understood to not put all the money in the bank. When she passed away with $30,000 cash money. 1975? No, 74. 1974. Today, I don't know what that would have been worth. Maybe 100. Maybe a little more, a little less. But they understood not to put all their money in the bank. They'd rather just hide it somewhere. Because the bank at that time was untrustworthy, especially to people of color. It was very untrustworthy. They would sell your shit off right up under you and tell your whole family they got to go. Because one thing I understood, that the land is valuable. The land is valuable. You know, so this is who we are where we are in our dynamic of living in America. If you want certain things, you're going to have to really reevaluate how you live, your style of living. What are things can you do without? What are the things that you must have? And I guarantee you sit back and look at a lot of stuff you don't really need. We just want it, just so we can claim that we have it. So, back to the video.
I am clearly the richest man, so I should be the one to run the super secret central bank. I own all the oil in America. I'm clearly richer than you will ever be, hula girl. I should run the super secret central bank. You're nothing compared to me, you job. I shall run the secret bank. Supreme Master Leader. I didn't know you were going to be here.
I'm not neither are you, dumbass.
Oh, yeah, right. He's so smart.
No, show, go back. We have been passed because of Olympus. This car is the key to the secrecy. The people must declare roll back.
Yes, brilliant. Sneak attack.
You hear that? Before they started this meeting, he mentioned speaking code. So now, let the people believe that they really run the bank. These are meetings. I can't say that this meeting happens specifically in this fashion, but the meetings have been had and continue to be had. as it pertains to the regular American citizens, the working class, and those that sit on that 1% table. And even in this capacity, as it pertains to those that fund the banks. So if I'm JP Morgan Chase, how many Chase banks do you think there are in the country? J.D. Rockefeller, oil tycoon. Oil is worth more than money. Oil sits right up there with gold. Why do you think those countries that have a high oil capacity can pretty much call the shots? You see it within America and Saudi Arabia. One of the leading producers of oil in the world over, I don't know, the last millennium. And the world produces oil every day so much that they are 20, 30 years capacity with oil reserves. That's how much it produces. A barrel of oil can go from $100 a barrel in 1 month, 8 months later, it can be $150, almost $200 a barrel. Remember when gas was up over $4, almost $5 a gallon. They had to raise the price of oil because, again, America has very little oil supply. That's why they're trying to find out new ways to create energy. Because without very little oil supply, America's pretty much dried up. It's good if you want to produce some wheat and some barley, have some cows on, eat some grass, but that's about it. Black people don't work for a part of the country no more in mass like that. They work for companies. So it's a difference. So we were that resource. We had free labor. Free labor. But anybody go work for free today? No. But there was a lot being produced. And the way to combat that is those that did all of the work to produce it, they obtained skills. Whether they can read or write or not. I know people didn't graduate high school smart as hell. Build anything you want. Barely can read or can't read. But it's done. So again, make the people believe that they're in control, but they're really not. You can come and get this money. We're going to put some interest on it, maybe 5, 10, 15%, depending on your credit. Because remember, you got your credit card bill that you jacked up. Now they're affecting your credit. So when you come to me, I got the upper hand. I can almost get double back what I loaned you. And if you don't pay me, I will continue to just take it. And if you own a home and you don't pay, guess what? I can put a lien on your property. So now there's penalties behind that. So if I loan you $5,000, okay, and put a lien on your property, now I'm gonna take 10. Then I'm gonna still sell the house that you just left 30 days ago. I'm gonna sell it to somebody, and hopefully they fall into the same trap. Or I'll just get 30 years of payment. So again, these things are very important to understand and learn as far as your own life, so you can put yourself in a better place. You can ensure that your financial stability is here for the long haul. I know it's hard when you get a little money, it burns in your hand, but sometimes you just gotta sit back, do your due diligence, do your research before you start investing in certain things. Even if you're a single person, get you a nice little condo, townhouse, preferably a townhome. Than a condo, but it's your preference. To me, they both the same, really. They're both the same. You want to get something new, if possible. Get something new, and it is cheaper to own a home than it is to pay rent. But again, owning a home depends on your credit score and your take. It's almost like your 2-to-1 ratio. Your take home compared to what you're spending now. Yes, you can make $5,000 a month, but if you got a $1,500 car and credit card bills all over $3,000, then your mortgage is going to be $1,500, $2,000. Where's your money left to live? They look at that. Banks look at that. Well, lenders look at that. They're not going to say, okay, well, you got all your bills paid, you got $200 for the month. No. They're not going to look at that. And they're going to look at your credit history, see how much you pay. if you owe child support or whatever, they're gonna look and see how much you've been paying. They probably go back a couple of years to make sure you've been paying it, that you consistent. That's why I say if you have a child out of wedlock, just pay your child support on whatever salary you're making now. Don't go running telling your ex-girl like everybody that you got a raise. You ain't gonna tell nobody nothing. But again, we struggle with that. So, and while we are here flossing and buying up, spending all our money, creating debt, they're having these meetings on how they're going to strategize against us. So, again, back to the video, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, just hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Fergie Flecos. Hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Fergie Flecos, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to continue on with the video. Here we go.
What's the plan?
We first create panic, then we show them the solution. With our man in office and well-planned time, we will have our central bank. And so the people think it is theirs. We shall christen it federal. The Federal Reserve.
Trust on December 23rd, 1930.
You see that? It's going to be called the Federal Reserve. We can make y'all believe that your money is safe and secure. However, is it really safe and secure? Can you obtain your American dream? Not. Maybe you can, but there's definitely a process, and you must understand that process to ensure that you are not placed in a financial burden where you lose everything that you've built. So just be very careful, especially as you move forward into this new millennium. Do your research. There's too much information out there for you not to be prepared and understand what you're truly getting into. So again, just do your research.
When most of our Congress were at home eating fruitcake, these bastards, beggars, presented their treasonous act to their newly elected accomplice, Woodrow Wilson, who had fortuitously already agreed to sign it before he was even elected. Wait, the IRS? I thought we always had the IRS. No. They did this to us too. The Fed now has the exclusive power to print America's money. They loan this money to our banks and our government at interest, putting immediate debt on our own money, printing more and more, so each dollar they print becomes worth less than the one before. Merry Christmas. What in the hell is that? Is how our government now must pay back these debts to the Fed. Your taxes does not go to your government. They don't? It's the greatest theft in human history. But, okay, I mean, I sort of get what you're saying, but it's also confusing and really hard. I don't see how it affects me at all. If I had more money, none of this would have happened. Arvin? 1955? Wow, what are we doing here? Oh, shop. Here, hold it. Get on again. What a three. Postage thing. Recent. Answer gold. $5. Baby.
See that? Back in the 30s. Things seem to be moving along. You know, we're 16 years out of slavery, per se. A lot of people of color were starting to come into opportunities that were not afforded to them before. They've already created the Social Security number so they can pretty much track you. There were people moving from south to north, going into these more modernized communities. They were creating labor unions because child labor was really big prior to that. And again, this is before the stock market crash. This is before the probably the worst depression we've ever had in America. But again, the banks were still making money. Those top financial I would say institutions or individuals were still making a lot of money off the American people. So, something to think about.
Pratt. Best be getting back.
I need my car, man.
Oh, was that Michael J? Yeah, he'll be fine. Now, Pop, would you agree that you have the same exact things you had in 1950?
See that? It says home, 400,000. It's close to that now. A new home, if you want a brand new home, straight out the, straight from the builder, it's gonna cost you about 400,000. Depends on your square footage, maybe 360, 380. But for the most part, it's gonna be close to 400,000. Close to 400,000. By the time you get through paying for it, interest, depending on the interest rate you get, maybe 550,000. So they're gonna make a bit 150,000 off of you over the course of 30 years. However, there's equity also building in it. And if you don't need to pull it, don't pull it. Some people may pull it every year. Some people let it accumulate 5, 10, 15 years. When they start to retire, start accumulating it, then you have to be very careful. Because if anything happens in between that time, you lose your job, you can't make your mortgage. You pretty much are going to lose all your equity in the home. Unless you see it months in advance and you pull your equity out. So if you had to sell your home, at least you know you pulled out the equity. But do most people think like that? Maybe not. It's just unfortunate when people lose their homes and everyone has to be uprooted. So just be careful.
5. Yeah, 1 stamp, 1 gallon of gas, 1 ounce of gold, and 1 hole. Wow, we just made a lot of money. Gotta pay taxes. Then it's fast. Made all money. Wait, that isn't fair. No, actually, you have money. I can't even go buy the things I just sold. The IRS and the Fed, inflation together. They are taxing gain. They are taxing inflation. You know the word. 1955. Does that sound fair? Yeah, but I mean, who does taxes? I hate the IRS anyway. The higher they make inflation, more your money take. It's thievery. You're not paying taxes anymore. People taxes on the same. Nah. You have less. They take our property right in front of our eyes, just like Thomas Jefferson said. What? Quick, my sword! What sword? Banking machine, I'll condemn you to die. Damn it. Don't keep moving up on that. Take him at his
knees. See, a lot of this was predicted back when Thomas Jefferson was in into Congress. When he was alive, he talked about how these things could happen. He first saw the future for some reason. And here we are. Some of our largest institutions are the banking industry. Those top tier, those banks, the financial institutions, when preferably not the bank, that 1% of people that allegedly have all the wealth. Pretty much can buy into the bank, and the bank can loan money out to us, and the bank will get its money back tenfold, and still pay those that lent money out. I would love to see what the total number each year that is lent out to purchase homes over the last 25 years. What would be that total amount? And I guarantee it's less than one of these individuals would probably earn. I would put money on it that the total number that banks loan out as far as money. Total amount of money that banks loan out for people to purchase homes. I would infer that it's less than what these individuals would bring in as far as profit. I would think so. You can see within, you can use Facebook as an example. They bring in millions, hundreds of millions every year. I would like to see what that number compared to people borrowing money to purchase homes. What that amount would be. I'm gonna have to look that up. We're gonna come back to that at some point because I'm gonna look that up. And I'm gonna look that up and sort of come back with that information at a little later. So here we are. We're moving up into our society. Things are changing. Things are progressing in the United States. And the most affected individual is the United States citizen.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on public means for expanding its sphere of influence.
What's happening? Where am I? I believe perhaps you understand. But you are free. JFK. Hartman. What is this? What is this? My house, my dog. Oh, okay, that's enough. I want to go home now. This is the last present. Stand up, fair. You must see. On June 4, 1993, President Kennedy signed Executive Order 11110. This executive order empowered the U.S. Treasury to issue real money without the Fed. It would have worked. Kennedy's plan to dismantle the Federal Reserve machine had begun. But 6 months later, John Kennedy went to Dallas and never returned. No way they could do that. The new president, Lyndon Johnson, threw out Kennedy's order. Since JFK, no president dared confront the secret power behind the Federal Reserve.
Now, I'm not going to say that this is 100% true. I'm not saying that. However, you see how things actually played out. There was an attempt on a previous president who was trying to combat this monster. And now, as it says, President Kennedy at the time was trying to change some of those dynamics also. He never made it home. He never made it home. So, hey, how powerful are these institutions? So, again, there's a lot of correlations. This is just an animation. You may definitely get some history buffs that refute all of this. Like, nah, that's not the way it happened. And that's fine. However, if you're in the process of looking to own a home, you would benefit a great deal if you were to do your due diligence, do your research, to get a better understanding of the process, to ensure you can make those payments until you pass, leave us on this earth, or until you can pay that home off. So you have to be very, very careful and understand the process of home ownership. And definitely prepare yourself beforehand for home ownership. Better your credit score even today. You know, I forget what the interest rates are, 5%. That's still a lot. That's even if you got an 800 credit score. The interest rates are going to just be the same across every institution that you go. You know, banks may be a little different, mortgage companies may be a little different, but if you line them all up, there's going to be a mean of at least 5%. I don't think nobody's under 5%. Years ago, you can get it at 3%. Before COVID, before the wars, you can get it at 2-3%. If you had a high enough credit score and you had the lending power, meaning you had that income compared to your debt, then you could probably get this for yourself. But however, times are different. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach. Hit the like, share, subscribe button to Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach. Hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach, ladies and gentlemen. And again, just going over, you know, the process of, you know, purchasing a home, the nuances that set up this dynamic of home buying and how it could affect you, the average citizen, in the most heinous way. How these financial giants sort of monopolize the homeowner process and creating money process and really pushing the government to be a second tier in the process. The government is just going to tax you, the borrower, on the money that you make through your job, through your means of employment, through your means of making income. And these financial giants can loan money to the government and still charge interest to the banks. We're going to charge, well, they're going to charge the banks and the banks are going to charge you. So just a continuous cycle. So it's very important to understand where you are, how you can navigate this financial responsibility for yourself. So getting back to the video, we have about almost 5 minutes, a little less than 5 minutes left.
Consolidate bigger banks, print more money, accountable to no one, decimating our nation's wealth for the benefit of a few. Why do this? If they hurt us, it hurts the global bankers too. No. They are too big to fail. But I'm not. Those sons of bitches! Sons of bitches all. The day was cold. The wind shot strong. But we were determined. The bankers and their parasites had us vastly outnumbered. But their hubris made them weak. Not like us. Not like this band of immortals we have assembled. We have come to take back our... Hardman? Is that... My dog. Oh. Then the inevitable. The money could ignore us no longer. They sent an emissary. A cog in the machine to bring about our mission. Hank, Paul.
Hardman, this is blasphemy. We own the course of the earth. It is you challenge us.
Oh, I've seen that look before. That of a predator taking and taking its prey. Bold, fearless. The look of a free man.
You have come far, Hardman. Follow the post. Be smart now. Join us. We will bring you money, power, everything you want. You can be one of us. If you will kneel.
As you can see, it's like going up against the 300. Such a small group or a small entity, a small, I don't know, that can have so much power over a larger group of people. These few financial institutions are pretty much slow walk. These few financial institutions are pretty much walking the devastation of America right in front of everybody's eyes. And nobody seems to be able to stop it, or nobody wants to be able to stop it. And when you really look at it, as stated, the American dollar is not as valuable outside of America as it once was. Because those precious metals, gold, silver, even oil in there. You can throw oil in there, even though it's not a metal. But almost every corner of the earth uses oil to some capacity. Oil makes gas, makes diesel, more gas. Something that was used when I was in the military. It's a mixture, I think it's a mixture of diesel and gas. But that's something that's being produced every day. There's more oil produced than it is money. They're mining out all the diamonds and gold and rubies and sapphires that are in the earth. America no longer uses coal as its, most vulnerable natural resource. So as we are citizens, we're this large monster, but we have no head. Our head has been chopped off. We're just running around, falling into the hands of these financial monsters and tycoons, and we're trying to fight them. And everybody continues to lose. So again, where do you want to be when it's all said and done? Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson Plugos. Just the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson Plugos. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to finish up the video and just close out. And I hope you all enjoyed the show. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I got here. Unhinged Main Event Fro, my sister Brina, appreciate you. Next Level on Foe, appreciate y'all stopping through, man. For real, it's all good, man. I love y'all, man. So again, this is Trey Ferguson, Blood Coach, man. Just giving an animated version of the nuances of homeownership and property ownership to build that financial wealth. I think we really need to understand the process so we can move accordingly as we go into our next millennium and try to leave a little bit behind for our children. So just understand the process, the importance of the process of property ownership and homeownership. A lot of the stuff we buy, clothes, cars, fake jewelry, purses, that ain't generating wealth for nobody. Just being consumed and used. So again, we got about less than 2 minutes and we'll be done.
You're a man. You're offering you everything. What do you think this is? This is America!
So that is the end, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just come back to this here. That is the end, Again, very short video. I probably did more talking than letting the video play, but I do apologize. I just wanted to bring this to light about, the importance of homeownership and how you can put yourself in a bind if you're not prepared for the entire process that would take place within that. Again, just please do your due diligence, do your research. We have way more information than we had 20 years ago, 10 years ago. If you're single, it's important to understand the power of your dollar. Understand the power of your dollar, not as it compares to anybody else, but your own self. Understand something that you're comfortable with. And I don't know, I think everyone looks to have a new house, but If you can't, that's okay. If you are in the process of looking for a home or want to purchase a home, make sure you understand the bones of the home. Meaning, everything may look good when you walk in, it looks all nice and spacious and things like that, but it has bad electricity. It has really bad plumbing. Your HVAC is messed up. So understand those things. And with the house, as far as the structure of it, make sure it's sound. Get your inspections. Never buy a home without an inspection, unless you know it's a new home. You know, you went and they just built it, got that new car smell, new house smell. There's no one that used the toilet, no one took a shower. You know, then as you walk through, you'll be able to see a lot of those new details. Compared to an old home. An older home, you're going to have issues, you know, preferably. But the thing about it is, if you're in that home 2-3 years down the road, you know, you're working, you're able to file your taxes, you're able to pull some equity out, and then you can put that money back into your home. Not buy that brand new automobile, but you can put it back into your home and bring your house up to date. You can modernize it. I would always start with the electricity and the plumbing first. Maybe a new HVAC if it's old. I would recommend those 3 large projects first. And then I would start with something like the windows. Make sure you have energy efficient windows. Make sure you have enough insulation in your ceilings and attics to ensure to keep your house warm. Make sure your roof is tight, you know, because those things can really play a big part in the home price if you decide to sell. You know, if it need carpet, I would pull the carpet up, have some laminate, because carpet collects mold, mildew, little dust mites. It holds moisture. I would never recommend putting carpet in a basement, because a basement's always going to be a cooler, holding moisture. I would try to just use a laminate floor, which is cheap and durable. You know, hardwood is cool. If you got pets, they're going to scratch it up. But laminate is flexible. It's hard. It's a lot more durable. There's a lot of good products. A little waterproof laminate. That's what I put on my floor. I found this nice bamboo laminate. And you can always catch stuff out of, you know, they say it's going out of style or season, whatever, but it's brand new. And it's a lot better than the stuff that they're starting to make now. So in 5 years, everything you get today may be worth, you know, it may be a lot better than it's almost like they skimming down the value of the product, the quality of it as they move forward. So it's up to you how you choose. I shop around. I go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, everywhere they sell home products. As far as being able to build a home, I shop them all because they all have different sales at different times. Sometimes they all have the same sale at the same time. However, I'm looking to save money. I'm looking to save money. I'm just like those that have the money. I don't have to spend it just because it has a name attached to it. Because 9 times out of 10, outside of the electricity, I can do it myself. I don't need to call somebody to do it. No, I won't do electricity. As somebody said I never do. I wasn't trained to do electricity, so I stay away from it. But some construction, putting something together, taking it apart, building it, yeah, I can do that. As far as a car, I can do brakes, oil changes, replace a battery, tune up a car. You know, these newer cars, you take it to the dealer. The cars that me and my wife have, I let the dealer do it. I don't mess with those. It's a different product. Anything got a computer in it, I don't mess with it. I do apologize for the background noise because I know that my dog, she starts to talk to me at some point. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, listen, man, I want to thank y'all for coming out, man. Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach. Please hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach. Hit the like, share, subscribe to Trey Ferguson, the Player Coach, ladies and gentlemen. And again, man, I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Thank you, man, for real. And I'm out of here. Yeah.